Hi everybody, welcome to another update on the stock screener. Today we're going to talk about Pieridae Energy because they released earnings. So the stock has not done well, but it seems to have bottomed out for the meantime. I'm not invested yet because of the weak natural gas price. Look at the natural gas price, it keeps on dropping, and I think it will keep on dropping lower to the $2 level and stay there. So this does not look great for Pieridae Energy because most of the revenue is natural gas. And that natural gas is the PEA.TO gas price, which is currently below 3. And as you know, below 3 means no earnings. And it doesn't look very great for this year. It's probably going to go lower or be very weak until the end of the year. And even next year, it's still at $3. So not a lot of upside here. And on the EU gas side, you can see here as well that supply and demand is balanced. Storage is at the upper level. So there's no gas crisis in the EU, or else this withdrawal chart should be much higher, somewhere here. But I'm not seeing that here. So there's no energy crisis at all. Gas will probably be going lower in the EU and in the US. Here you can see the fair price of natural gas, and you can see that this will be around 2.5 for the whole year and probably going back up at the end of the year. So there's no rush to buy Pieridae Energy. The hedges, you can see here the hedges on Pieridae are the same. So good hedges in Q1. I expect good earnings for Q1. Q2 and Q3 will be barely positive because of the hedges. So they still have some hedges above $4, but then these will go away, and then we will see earnings come down due to the low gas price. But of course, maybe in Q4 the gas price will rise again, and then they will be profitable again. So it all depends on the gas price. So now let's take a look at the valuation. Production was down, so it was around 36,000 BOE per day. Now it's 34.7 thousand. So it has come down a bit, but the cost was also down. So the cost has gone down by almost $1 per BOE. That's good to see that the costs have come down. They also decreased the capex for this year, so they are not going to do the water ton maintenance anymore. They delay it for next year. So instead of 70 capex, it is now cut in half to 35 capex. That's good to see, but it's just a delay. It will come back next year, that capex. But using these numbers, we now have a company that is actually profitable, even at 3.4 ICO. And why did I take 3.4? Because they have hedges. So for Q2, the hedge price is 4.3. And I think that ICO will stay around 3, $3.2 here for Q2, and that will give me a PA price of 3.4. So that is the number that I took here, and you can see that we are free cash flow positive. Not a lot, only 10 million per quarter, but at least we are not in the negative at these prices. Okay, let's take a look at the balance sheet. So they got a tax refund. So here you can see that net earnings were boosted up due to the tax refund, and equity here, equity has risen from 0 to above 100 million. So we are currently at book value. That's interesting. So you're buying this company now at book value of 100 million due to the tax refund. And they also had good earnings, around 35 million real earnings. And of course, the tax refunds added to that gives us around 100 million net earnings. On the debt side, you can see here, this is December. Debt went up a bit due to ARO rising. So that's this line here, it has gone up. But also the current assets has gone up. So in total, the net debt has gone down. So that's the green line is going up. So that's good. But with the ARO added, you see that it's flattish. Also important here is the long-term debt. That's the orange line, is now gone. So that long-term debt has now been converted into current liabilities. And this is important. Look at the amount of current liabilities now that need to be paid off this year. That's about almost 400 million in current liabilities. So they cannot pay this off. They need to refinance part of these current liabilities, and we do not have any news on that yet. This is crucial, and this is also the reason why I don't want to invest in Pieridae, because they could default. If they can't refinance this debt by October, then it will go bankrupt. And I don't want to lose all my money. So I'm waiting for refinancing before I get back in. You can also bet and gamble that they will refinance it, but I don't gamble. I wait for a safe coast. When the coast is clear, then I will probably get back in. But this is crucial. These current liabilities need to be refinanced. On the production side, you can see here production went down and costs also went down a bit. Then let's take a look at the ARO. So the amount of ARO that they need to settle is actually going up. So now they have, in this quarter, they had 4 million in ARO to be settled. So the trend is actually going up. So that's also dangerous. More and more ARO needs to be settled. And that will need cash for that to be done. So that's another trend. But other than that, what is the outlook for Q1? Q1 will probably be a PEA price of 4.8 gas, which is very good. 4.8, if you use 4.8, you will have a lot of free cash flow, probably another 30 million in free cash flow. Very good. Then some of the debt can be repaid again. But then in Q2 and Q3, free cash flow will be almost at zero. So not a lot of upside without hedges. So yeah, that's the update. I'm probably going to wait it out until either natural gas goes back up. I would wait for natural gas to go at least to 3.5 and preferably 4 before I get in. Also, EU gas needs to go up as well, because look at this, it is just keeps on dropping, and the EU doesn't use natural gas anymore. Latest data from Netherlands has gone down by 40% in February compared to the average natural gas demand. So the EU has stopped using natural gas, and you can see that here. Will demand come back? Probably, but not for now. I don't see it. Probably they are going to use more wind energy, solar, and even coal instead of natural gas. So it doesn't look good for natural gas producers. So, yep, we are going to wait at least until refinancing and when natural gas goes back up in the winter. We are not going to take the risk. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.